It's like really depends on the product and the niche, but in general, in general, let's say if someone wants to start his or her e-commerce business as a mainly like the drop shipping business, uh, say Facebook ads, buying products, customer service, all of it. Like so, uh, what do you think is a decent, like good starting amount one should probably keep as a buffer? Like like be it say $1,000 or say $2,000 or say
Yeah.
25,000. So
Uh,
what is the amount that you think is should be a good starting point, and anything less than that may not work, or anything above that is like really good to have?
Actually, when you start a business, like everything, you must know how much you can spend,
Right, right.
and depending on how much you have, you
Mm-hmm,
see what you can do.
mm-hmm.
It's not the other way around. If
Right,
you don't
right,
have it, you don't have it.
right, right.
Um, so usually, I see what I can offer. It
Mm-hmm,
could be money,
mm-hmm.
and it could be something else.
Uh-huh.
Like if you're good with your hands, you can make the products,
Mm-hmm,
so you won't have to buy.
mm-hmm,
And if you have space in your home or whatever,
mm-hmm.
you can store the products, so you won't have to manage to have a fulfillment center.
Right, right.
And if you're good with SEO,
Mm-hmm.
you can do SEO for free.
Right,
If you have time, you can do social media marketing,
right.
which is also free.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have money, you can do Facebook ads.
Right.
And Facebook ads usually require, for a beginner,
Mm-hmm.
at least I'd say, uh, it depends on the products, on the niche, obviously,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
$200 is a very, very, very minimum if
Mm-hmm.
you have a decent profit margin
All right.
to get
Uh-huh.
sales.
Uh-huh.
And but usually to manage to learn Facebook ads quite nicely, take at least $1,000, I say.
Yeah.
Depend on each people.
Yeah.
Some people find it quite easier.
Right. Is yeah.
Depends.
Yeah. So to sum up, it is safe to say that if someone has a budget of $2,000, it's a good starting point to start with a drop
It's a
shipping
good
business.
start for a lot of niches. Yes.
All right, all right. Because yes, as you mentioned, even though someone can start with Facebook ads or say Google ads with $200, but then that doesn't mean that you are going to see success. To be able to see the success, you need to run a few experiments here and there, and for that you need to shell out some money for sure, right?
Yeah. Actually, when I say $1,000,
Mm-hmm.
you won't spend $1,000. You will lose
Yeah,
$1,000.
right,
It
right.
means you will spend maybe like 10,000.
Mm-hmm.
You will get back 9,000,
Mm-hmm.
but your loss will be 1,000.
Right,
So
right,
you won't spend 1,000. You will spend much more.
right, right,
But all that matter is how much you lose or how much you profit.
right, right.
And 1,000 is your learning money if you prefer. So
Mm-hmm.
if you can find a course that
Mm-hmm.
is free sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
or even a few hundreds,
Mm-hmm.
and if say it saves you the thousands,
Mm-hmm.
or if you can get a coach that
Uh-huh.
helps you with that,
Uh-huh.
you save money.
Right, right, right.
So
So that's a wonderful point that you touched upon, that because nowadays, because there are so many people, they have launched their courses, right?
yeah,
So
too
many
much.
people, and then there are mentors claiming that they are the best and no one else is like them in the world. So it's really tough for people, who are just starting off, to trust who is the best person, and to get the mentorship from, or so which is the best course they should enroll for, right? So in that case, uh, how do you what's your advice? Let's say if someone decides to do a course, right, or enroll for a course, or someone decides to have someone as a mentor, how can they go about the finding the right person or the right course, so that they don't end up wasting their money? I know it's really
Yeah.
tough, but then let's say if you have to share some knowledge on that, what would you suggest?
Uh, actually, First, there's a lot of content for free.
Yeah, yeah.
Every on YouTube, on blogs, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the people, the gurus,
Mm-hmm.
doing course and selling it, about 99% of the content is the same, the exact same as on
Right,
YouTube.
right,
It
right,
just they just make it a bit easier to learn.
right.
So if you have time,
Mm-hmm.
just use Google, just use YouTube. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Mm-hmm.
If you have money to invest, yeah, the question could be which course could I buy?
Yeah.
And usually the best course you know because people will advise you.
Mm-hmm.
I learned a lot about this one. The author of the course
Mm-hmm.
will have written a book, for example.
Mm-hmm.
He will do some free content on YouTube to
Promote
show
it.
you a bit,
Yeah, yeah.
and he will do sometime live with some tips.
Mm-hmm.
But usually, if they don't tell you anything before you buy,
Mm-hmm.
just don't buy.
Right.
Just don't. And the same for the coaches. You don't need the best coaches
Mm-hmm.
because usually as a beginner, the question you will ask them won't be very hard questions.
Right,
So you just need someone who is better than you.
right. Makes sense. Yeah,
You don't have to find the best one.
that's a really wonderful
So
point. Yeah.
yeah, usually the best coaches they don't take beginners because to be honest, it's just boring.
Right, right.
When you when you have $1 million or $10 million business
Mm-hmm.
and you are very good at it, and even when you charge a lot,
Mm-hmm.
you still want to not get bored in your work. So
Absolutely.
if you charge $1,000 an hour and
Mm-hmm.
the guy just asks you, how can I how can I manage my setting in Shopify?
Mm-hmm.
Really, please
Yeah.
don't buy from me. I have
Yeah.
please, my skills are more valuable than that.
Than that.
Please,
Absolutely.
let the place to someone else.
Yeah.
So you just have to be aware of what you know and what you don't, and you just find a coach that suits
Right.
you. And sometimes a coach that suits you doesn't always know that much.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you just need someone to motivate you.
Right, right.
Most of the time, it's just that.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the people I talk to, um, they don't have the skills, okay,
Mm-hmm.
but they have time to learn. But what they lack is
Mm-hmm.
not skills.
Yeah.
It's motivation. It's
Mm-hmm.
mindset. It's
Mm-hmm.
to have an open mind. Like I said, to be open to new niches.
New
There is
niches. Yeah.
not only AliExpress.
Right.
Get away from it,
Right. Right.
and
I think that's a
it's more
wonderful tip.
important than
Yeah, that's a wonderful tip that like when you're just starting off, you don't need to like chase a best people in the niche. Like I mean, just look for someone who is better than you, and then like it's a process, right? It's a process. Then you like
yeah,
every time you improve, you look for the next best better person. Because as you mentioned, like if in the initials at the start itself, if you look for the best guy, then the guy will also not be able to give you the best value, plus you'll not be able to get the maximum out of that guy. So that's a
yeah,
very
sure.
valid
It's
point.
a waste of money.
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah. That's a very valid